Hello, welcome along to Eclipse Motorcycles. We're looking around this. This is the new Lexmoto OCR. If you haven't watched the walk around video, go and look at that one first, because that is the one that you're going to need to look at. But quick overview of the bike before we take it for a ride test. So deep set front mudguard disc to the front of the bike, running Kenda tyres front and back. So you've got 190/10 on the front, and your front one on this, flipping the wheel round, once again a 90/90/12, so smaller back wheel on this, disc brake to the rear, nice heat shield to the exhaust on this one, pillion pegs very easily fold out and pop back in, back rack, all the lights are LED, as well as the dash, plenty of storage, USB holder, and go and have a look at the walk round. But we're going to get out, we're going to have a quick test ride on this. So first review of the OCR, what's it like? So this is basically the replacement for the Lexmoto Titan. This is a Euro 5.5 bike, nice wide mirrors, great view to the rear, and I've got literally a tiny bit of shoulder. You notice that I am wearing my Nox armour because it is very hot today, and it's a very quiet engine on this one. And as you can tell, probably looking through the camera, there are bugs and critters everywhere. Absolutely horrible. So not the time for a sun visor, it's time to drop the entire visor down to stop anything coming inside my screen. But we're going to get out into traffic, we're going to have a ride. Now the dashboard on this, digital dash, nothing off to the sides apart from your, obviously your telltales. Main mileage, elapsed mileage, time at the bottom 435, and your fuel tank 5 litres fills this up to the maximum, and they've let me out. So how quick can we get to 40? Now obviously it's a brand new bike, it's got 0 miles on it, we're clocking away and we're up to 40. Now obviously taking it nice and steady on this engine. First 500 miles, 40 mile an hour maximum for 500 miles or 3 months. Once you've done that and you've had your first service, then you can open the bike up. But all new bikes should be running. And to dispel the myth that all bikes are running pre-factory, no they are not. They churn these out 10 a penny. So all new bikes need to be running. They don't have time to do any running in tests on any engines, because it goes the same across all bike brands. You do need to run the bike in. So 1 mile on the clock already. It will only show miles until you obviously click it round and use the trip counters. So let's get out, let's have a roll down the dual carriageway and get some miles on it, see how comfortable it is and what's it like to ride. So feet right out in front, there is ample foot room for me, and obviously I have 32-inch legs, 5'10", 32-inch legs, and I am 13 stone, so the weight not an issue. Big legs not a problem. If you're a taller rider, you're going to be sat up here. But the view from the mirrors, plenty of view to see the traffic behind you. Display is nice and easy, and obviously we're allowed to go between 40 and 45 just for test ride mileage, but it does pick up speed very, very quick, so do keep an eye on that speedo if you are riding for the first 500 miles. Everything's easy to see. Hand placement, deadbolt upright. Levers are very easy to reach, all the controls right within your thumb's reach, and the seat on this compared to the old Titan is actually a lot flatter and a lot more comfortable. Now we did have a question, someone asking me, should I really be taking my bike at 40 mile an hour down a dual carriageway? Milton Keynes, every single road is nearly a dual carriageway, so it doesn't matter if you're on a bicycle, a 50cc ped, or a 125 that is going slow speed, it doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. There is a second lane for cars to get behind, and obviously I am coming off here. There is that telltale for the left hand indicator, nice and bright, watching the car behind me. And we're rolling off at 40 mile an hour to obviously go back into town in the 30 mile an hour areas. But on these Kenda tyres, yes, they are good tyres. They do handle exceptionally well. And as I say, with the same, if you're not happy with the tyres, change them out. But I have never had a problem using Kenda or the Maxxis tyres. They are very good tyres for a 125. Certainly wouldn't be putting them on a big bike, but needs must, they do the job, and that is what you want. And obviously in wet weather you're going to slow yourself down, but just obviously leaning it over through the roundabouts and just giving it a little bit of a weave. It is very responsive, just with the slightest bit of pressure, just shifting my backside about on the seat. So it does handle very, very well on this one. So further ride tests obviously to come up on this bike. We will follow up on that, but from first impressions, and I am going to give it what I call my reach score. So reach stands for rideability. What's it like? Do you know what? It's not a bad bike. I am going to give it a 9 to start with until I've done further ride testing. Economy, they reckon these are good for at least 100 miles to the gallon if you ride it nice and steady. So economy, full 10 out of 10 for that. Affordability, well, what can I say? It is as cheap as chips. It's Titan price. So for under $2,000, you've got yourself a 125 ped. So affordability, the full-on 10. Comfort. Now, obviously, I've been out on, had a sit on these, and we've had a go of a demo bike, and I absolutely love the seating on this. It's nice and comfortable. So comfort, full 10 out of 10 from me. It's not a horrible seat. It is got a nice little bit of sponginess to it. And obviously H is for your handling. It handles like a dream. I can throw this thing around. It's nice and lightweight, so whether you're a female rider, a smaller rider, or even a big rider, it handles very well in tight spaces. Low speed handling is great, so I'm going to give it another 10 out of 10. As for the rideability though, we will see on further ride testing, but for a Euro 5.5 bike that Lexmoto are now pushing out, the quality has improved dramatically since the last few bikes they put out, and is starting to show. So 39, or should I say 49 out of 50. So good score for the first ride on this. We've got 3 miles on the bike. There is a further 7 miles to do in the next couple of days. Now this is obviously for a customer, so hence why we obviously covered the number plate up for the photos. But he's obviously going to look at this and go, oh, that's my bike being ridden. You have got a nice little bike here for the money. So definitely approve of this, but it's obviously now down to the customer, once he gets his bike, to maintain it, make sure it's ridden correctly, and as always, plenty of anti-corrosion, which is what we tell everybody. No doubt it will get a coating from me before it goes out, because we always put some ACF 50 on a brand new bike for a customer. But first impressions, Lexmoto, this is a nice little bike for the money. For $2,000 or just under $2,000, you've got a nice bit of kit here. So well done. Great little bike from Lexmoto. It's called the OCR. We do have them in stock at Eclipse Motorcycles. So 3 left. If you want one, give a sales team a call, 01908 822 458, main bike line, option 2. Or you can phone the main garage line, which is 01908 643 603. Once again, option 2, you can put your deposit down, or if you just want to book a viewing, then give us a call, come down, get yourself a viewing. We will see you on the next one, but until then, from Rev, as always, be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye from me.